Ooh. Careful. Unless they're all in the foreground.
They're in the foreground.
Mm-hmm. I like how they have that orange outline.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for this one to pass so I can see what's going on. Yeah. No, the art direction in this game is amazing. Oh.
What are they passing through?
Just into shadow, almost.
Well, such is probably an ability when they could be consorting with something immensely dark. But there's really been no is that face?
Weird.
Some of those look like portraits of some sort, but that might just be rubble.
Yeah, you're probably just... Yeah. Is the word pareidolia?
Oh, when you see faces or...
Yeah, faces in inanimate objects and other things, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I brought up the Ellie game that we played a couple days ago, and how I bounced really hard off of that because there's no intrigue in it. This is actually less gameplay. I'm really just going from zone to zone and just, like, pressing the fix path button.
Yeah,
But
that guy was rebuilding.
I'm so enthralled in this, even though, you know, the gameplay is... Yeah.
Well, there is a mystery.
Yeah.
There is something to unravel, whereas the other one, it was...
And it's an interesting
the crystals.
world that seems to be changing. You know, there's an actual order of events, even if it's all going to be nonsense by the end. Do we go left? Right. Nope.
No. Yeah, there have been some stairways that taper off into a very, very thin edge. Ooh, what's that? Is
Like,
that smoke or digitation?
bit of both. It is definitely like the tower is literally crawling.
And has a myriad of colors.
This doesn't seem like a good idea. I really want to like get to the end and it's just an eldritch horror that eats the boy and that's the end of the game.
Ah. Go towards the light.
Oh,
Oh,
we've got...
you put it on. And you got the robes.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Huh. This music is bizarre, but it's enjoyable.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
I assume you're trying to reach the light, but these staircases seem to be aiding in that.
Yeah, but there's no... It's like there's an architecture, but it's imaginary. Like, you know, it's... It's just weird and broken.
Well, it's like a temporary reconstruction. Everything. Reconstruction, I should say.
Yeah. Ugh. At least favorite part of this game. Controlling the protagonist. Yeah. It really doesn't want me to go that way yet, for whatever reason.
There we go, more paths. Okay, maybe we're supposed to take this roundabout way. Ah, dead end.
Maybe out here?
Oh, there's a door.
There's an actual doorway. awkward.
Blinding.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're supposed to go there yet. Oh, you know what?
Hmm?
You know what this controls like?
What?
Human fall flat. Remember how awkward that game was to control?
Oh, we were waddling around.
And it was fun. Like, that game was ridiculously fun, but the controls were, suffice to say, horrible. And it was kind of on purpose, because it was more fun, because you were drunkenly, like, stumbling around and stuff.
I can't imagine all the animation work that went into this.
I want to say some amount of it must be programmatic. You know, you run it through, like, an algorithm, kind of.
Nah, that does make sense, because I can't imagine finding out... Well, they could start with a, this is it when it's finished, this is it when it's completely deconstructed, and then they have it fill in blocks by itself, but... Because I can't imagine someone animating...
All this by hands?
Yeah.
No, probably not. You probably
like
have...
ensuring that all the pieces fall into place just so.
You probably have, like, a load of mathematical formulas to do it for you.
Ah, so close.
Come on, you drunk bird child creature.
There we go. This looks promising.
Jeez.
Sing to it?
Nope.
It seemed to have hollowed out.
Yeah, change something. If you notice, we're not going up anymore. It's all just slalom gates.
Numerous potential doors that twist and crumble away.
I was just afraid for a second that we'd somehow glitched it out and might have to start something over. I don't really like the invisible walls here. Okay, am I supposed to walk away from this thing now?
Is there another passage? I think maybe that's a destination.
Yeah, that looks like a destination. They don't really direct your eye or even give you a direction. It's just like, this is weird. I like it, though. Like, it's...
I've been slowly jamming my head to the music.
Yeah. I don't... This must be what, like, walking in the fourth dimension must feel like. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh.
You become one of them.
I'm one of the big honkers now.
It really does seem like you're shuffling like tweet, 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 tweet.
Popped in the shop for 10 minutes, and now he's got a weird mask and robe. Dude, I have no idea what's going on. This is one of those where, like, I'd love it if the developers at the end were just like, yo, this is everything that happened, but chances are it's just gonna end in a weird, unsatisfying manner, and I'm gonna go to bed and be like, what the hell did I do?
Alright, well now you're one of them, but do you still have your wits about you? Are you infiltrating?
Vroom! Y'all gonna lose. I'm faster than you. You may call me Big Honky. I'm gonna beat you to the top.
Oh. Where does this staircase lead? I'm going to try to reach, what, the apex of this tower?
Don't know, but I'm gonna win. I'm gonna make it there first. There's an eldritch horror, it's gonna eat me first, because what else is there in this world? Giant horrible storm? Nah, I'm gonna be Cthulhu food.
What if... But isn't Cthulhu always depicted at the heart of this storm? Weren't there storms in...
Vengeance. Oh, dang. How great would it be if I actually blew him off?
Not necessarily Cthulhu. Like how the robes are like...
Yeah. Like, no matter what, this is an absolute visual feast of a game. Whatever the heck it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shoot.
The reds
they had a
and
head
the
start.
greens.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, everyone else.
Now it's time for some ball honky. Oh, boy, they've got a lot. Okay, you know all that trash talk I was saying about being the first one up?
Wait.
Oh. It just, like, absorbed him.
Everyone's in line to get... Well, this is the Eldritch Horror that you're referring to.
Alright.
Don't cut the line.
Why not?
Oh, you can run into
Bonk.
them. What kind of life cycle do these people have?
Well, I mean, what's the alternative? Die?
Do they... Does this thing reduce them into energy like itself, and... Or are they reformed as birds?
Yeah,
And then
because
do
it
they have to become
absorbs the
human?
mask. And then...
And then the kids have to bring the balls. And then the ball is taken up by the big machine and then drips a new mask for them. Also, that means that for every, what, 6 children? Only...
Pay attention, see if a bird explodes out of it.
I'll have to see. No, it's just a scream, and it just looks to be sucked up, unless that's the pool of water underneath it. Now, it's too bad there isn't a way to just wait for every single one of them to sacrifice
with
themselves.
Every death, the tower, like, reforms a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, these guys are cutting in line. Alright, screw you guys.
Really? I mean, that might be the only way to progress the story, but...
It seems weirdly final. Yeah. But, no. 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 Mine.
It looks like they had left a gap where you were.
There we go.
No. Oh. It doesn't want you? Or do you have to stand there and
Yeah,
then
I have to honk at the
maybe
thing.
you have to honk. Yeah. Stop the ritual.
Do you want me to not look around some more?
What's at that end over there? To the right.
Part of it is... What is left? Actually just an empty road.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing.
Yeah, because the liquid is probably dissolved back. Well, the mask is dissolved back into the liquid that it came from.
Mm-hmm. Foul storm, I honk at thee!
Oh, hey, there are some birds.
Back, I say! What? There are birds?
Some flew by. You have to keep on the lookout for them.
That seems laughably dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Nah, especially in this weather.
Alright, guys. I honked at the storm. It's not going away. I think we gotta go with plan A after all. Ugh. Oh, is the line dissipating? No, no, no. There's more.
I would think that they would replenish it. I was considering waiting to be the absolute last person in line, but I think this line might be continuous.
I don't see any more coming up, though.
Okay, why don't we see if there are any coming
Oh,
up
wait,
the
no,
stairs.
hold on. These guys are just kind of...
Are they spawners?
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to look at it, but you've got, like, a bunch stacked up.
3 of them are stacked up there, but when
Let's
the
see.
line moves, will another one take one of their places?
Yeah, let's pay attention. I bet they just kind of schlorp out of that last clump. Okay, that's another word. Moist and clump. Just weird words. I just want to hurry it up a bit. I gotta see if we have infinite cultists. Guess we might as well watch.
Alright, so they're the last guys in line. When the line shifts forward, let's see what happens.
I mean, truly, I don't think I want to wait.
If it does? No, that's true.
Because, like, this is really slow. But I would like to see...
Actually, I don't know if the rear of the line is moving up at all.
No, they're moving really slowly. Like, notice the gap?
Oh, the gap has to be filled, and they are doing so.
Yeah, because they're not... They're doing literally one by one. I can't tell, and the problem is they're really bunched up.
The thing is, some of them tolerate larger gaps than others.
Yeah, well, I think they might actually be stacked up in some of these. You know, there's definitely 2 guys fused there.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody effectively move out of somebody else up here. Or... Oh.
What's up?
Oh, no, they are going. It's just, like, slowed down for some reason. You'd think these guys would have a little bit more hustle. But yeah, Shell, I'm not gonna wait here for this.
Okay. No. I did not expect
Out
you
of
to
my
do so.
way! I'm tired of waiting. Get me out of here. I honk and want to go home. Honk! Game over.
For a moment, I thought it wasn't gonna find your soul satisfying at all. Or just can't contain it. Oh.
Wonder your joke about them getting eaten appears to be half right. I'm always right. Whether I want to be or not, I'm always at least somehow partly right.
About how you wanted there to be eldritch horrors eating
Yeah, I
them
was
as a
just
sacrifice.
joking about it, and, well, it's not an eldritch horror, it's an eldritch spheroid.
I've seen many a spheroid alien in old science fiction movies because that's what they could afford at the time. Just an ominous talking ball. Wait. Really? That's it?
Yep.
So...
Was this actually made by some people? I want to say this was made by I gotta look this up.
So... did we play as 2 characters then?
Oh yeah, X Last Guardian devs. Okay, good.
Okay.
I wasn't wrong about that one.
So the first child was likely just killed by the storm. And
Yeah.
the second child
Yeah, whatever that was in the prologue or something was confusing.
Well, what were they holding? They were holding an object that was of bizarre shape.
Might have been a mask?
It didn't have a long point to it though. Oh, you can fly in these credits.
Mm-hmm.
Can you start the process all over again?
Yep. It'd be interesting if it actually procedurally generated it a little bit. You know, every time it's a little bit different, and effectively it's these kids reliving the same event over and over and over again.
Now, what had prompted it to force you into the future?
The ball. We got the ball, and we're rolling it.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like...
Well, where was the ball originally? I'm sorry if it's lapsed my memory,
No,
but...
it's been a while. It was... Remember in that, like, that tower with all the birds and cages surrounding it? And we finally freed the last bird. The whole thing...
We freed it.
The whole thing, like, came crashing down and the ball popped out of it, sort of.
But it was one of many balls.
Yeah, so that's one of the towers right there. Oh, and you did that big shell that you were looking at? That thing you were like, hey, let's look at that and let's see what's inside it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the tower.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because that's one of the side towers. Yeah, so we're effectively remaking it over and over and over again. Reliving the exact same experience. Because the big tower thing that we're in, it was here. All those runes we're looking at is here. So it's either a time loop, a life cycle, or who knows what. Well,
So it was the past. Well, it was the past that you're reconstructing.
yeah, something like that. It might be allegorical, it might be a time loop, it might be any number of things. I'm not reading too far into it. I like to take things largely at face value. And it was...
Unless it's one of those things where the world became inhospitable, but the sacrifice of the original children or creatures that took on the masks allowed for this new world to form.
Yeah, even if it's nothing. But every time they try and rebuild, it gets destroyed in the end. I don't know. I started this game off being a little bit kind of grumpy. You know, the flight physics, the camera, the controls were really awkward. And even, like, running around as a kid wasn't great. But, like, it was...
It was surreal.
It was surreal. It was interesting. It caught my attention when I thought I was going to bounce hard. And I really like that. You know...
The musical... Oh, why did I say the musical? The music for the segments, especially when there was ramping tension.
Yeah.
Especially like the electronic vibes, the voices and such. I especially liked that combination.
Yeah. It's a weird, cool game.
And it really was interesting just seeing everything shift in and out of existence.
Pulsing and whatever, yeah. No, like, these guys could do some really neat stuff if they wanted to. And I kind of hope they do. I kind of hope this does okay. It didn't get so great of reviews, but, like...
Maybe because one segment to the next seemed disjointed and the puzzles weren't...
The puzzle... So, ultimately, this game would have been better as just a full walking simulator. No puzzles, even. Maybe? I don't know.
I wish we utilized flight more.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I saw in the reviews is like, yeah, the first half is great where you're flying around as a bird, but then you're running around as a kid, no more bird flight. I almost kind of wish the like cultists turned into huge birds by the end and fly away. You know, you go through the orb and it transcends you into being, you know, this thunderbird type situation, and you can brave the storm, and then, you know, you effectively watch everything that you've built be undone again. Or I don't know. But, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is fun.
Yeah, sorry if I was fading by the end. Immensely late at night for us, but...
You got it. You got it working.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just cool. Thank you to my media contacts at Plan of Attack, Lewis and Jeffrey, for getting this going. Because I did know about this game, and they're just like, yo, this looks like a game for you. And I'm like, sweet.
Though, this does beg the question, what were the cages for then?
I don't know. I really have no idea what half of this was for. Remember that big underground like civilization area with all the gold dust and the white birds flying around in there? Not a clue.
Because it makes me wonder if it was one of those things where long ago there was this calamity, there was a people, there was a civilization, but they maybe the presence of those balls, and there was like that master ball or whatever was giving them these abilities. Well, when did the shape-shifting come about, though?
Yeah.
And why would they put people into cages, and then the cages would lead to where? And deposit them where?
It never explained any of that. Like, realistically...
Because I would almost think that they would be forcing people into the orb to feed it, to stave off the storm, or to...
Yeah, it feels like the more we, like, pick at this one, the more the plot is going to unravel before us. Like, it's not actually that in-depth. And I wish they showed that, because it would have been interesting if we saw, you know, how people got to turn into birds. What was the whole beginning thing where the kid running around with the mask and then getting honked away by the cultists? Why are the cultists honking away the children? You know, stuff like that. Like...
Well, in the first instance, when you were the child, you had something in your hands, but it didn't look quite like the bird mask.
No, it looked like a different mask, or it was like a weird lump. And then we get honked away and then die out there.
But it's because you didn't bring one of the orbs to feed to their machine to then... But even then, only one child of the, say, 5 or 6 that ever bring an orb in...
Yeah, we only ever saw...
get one mask.
Yeah. Yeah, we only ever saw a couple of successful children, so I truly don't know. And you know what? I kind of don't want to know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's part of the mystery of it.
Yeah, like, to some degree it would be neat if they showed you everything, but, like, I feel like any way of them showing it would almost ruin the mystery at this point, so it's easier for me to just say, close enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But it's interesting, because in the end, it seems like the people, the children would be better off having this existence as birds, as opposed
birds
to...
free, no giant horror storm. Though, I mean, there is a storm out there. Kinda. Here, this is something we haven't done.
Gone to the edge of the map?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly straight into that. Because we haven't actually tried flying into...
the edge of the map. Mm-hmm. I wonder if this
out
is
of the world.
Infinitely replayable, as in you can start from this and go through it all over again.
It probably loops repeatedly. Let's go try that out. I don't know. I just hope they do well enough that they can make another game, maybe with some proper feedback, QA, because apparently this game is way buggier than we experienced. We had a couple of weird bugs.
The only bugs I really saw were instances where
the crow would lock up and just like
he'd be like slowly gliding up to a point to perch. Yeah.
There was some weird stuff like that, but otherwise it was largely it was actually largely fine. Just weird bits here and there. The one like turbo child rolling the ball. But you know, this game was too beautiful to like.
There's this haze.
I almost feel like we're just gonna come out the other side, or nope, never mind.
You just start at the tree again?
That bird died. Here's your new bird. Alright. Well, let's begin this game as... or let's end this game as we began. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Quite a lot, actually. We'll see you guys next time.